The old science, which almost everybody's been programmed, is called genetics. This trait is under genetic control. Genes control this trait. And I go, yeah, but that's the old science. That's not valid. The whole thing is completely false. Genes don't turn on and off. They don't control themselves. I said, well, how are genes controlled? I said, signals from the environment. I go, oh, well, this is the new science. It's called epigenetic control. Sounds like genetic control, but epi is the revolution. Epi means above. What do you think they call skin? Epidermis. What does that mean? Just below the surface where the skin is, there's a layer under there called dermis. So the skin is above the dermis, epidermis. So I say, what's the new science? Epigenetic control. And what does it translate as? Control above the genes. I say, what controls it? Consciousness. And that's what quantum physics has said since 1927. Consciousness is controlling this. You are not a victim of your genes. You're the master of your genes. Now I say, well then, okay. I didn't want this disease. I want to be healthy. I want to have great romance. I want to have a better job with a lot more money. And I go, okay, the mind is creating these images. And the mind is the creator. That's what quantum physics says. I go, so why is it relevant? How come your life doesn't look like the creation you want? How come you have great wishes and desires of being healthy and happy and enjoying life, and then you live here and you go, I don't like this. And then I say, you created this? And you go, I wouldn't create this. And I go, here's the problem. And I thank Shay for letting me come here to leave you with what is the actual problem. And the answer is this. The brain is involved with consciousness. It doesn't create consciousness, it translates consciousness. Consciousness is an energy, and the brain takes the energy of consciousness and translates it into physiology and biology. I go, so the brain is the computer that is controlling this. And I go, yeah, but there's two parts to this consciousness. One is called the conscious brain, and one is called the subconscious brain. Oh, wait, so the mind is not one thing? No, the mind is two things. I go, and guess what? They learn in different ways and they have different functions. So I say, okay, the latest evolution of the mind is the conscious mind. It's right behind your forehead, right here. I say, what is the conscious mind? It's you. It has you as an identity. It has you as a person. It has you as a spirituality. You are in the conscious mind. You are the thought maker, the creator of the thoughts of the conscious mind. And so I go, what's the other mind? Subconscious mind. I go, what's different? I say, conscious mind is creative. Wishes, desires, aspirations. What do you want from your life? If you answer that question, it came from the creative conscious mind. I go, and what about the subconscious mind? I go, hard drive database. I go, what do you mean? I say, it's got programs. I say, where'd you get the programs? Remember, the computer doesn't work if you don't put the programs in. Where'd you get the programs? The first 7 years of your life, your brain is operating at a lower vibration than the vibration associated with consciousness. It's operating at theta, which is imagination, but it's also hypnosis. I go, so what's the relevant? For the first 7 years of your life, what are you looking at? Other people and observing their behavior. And I say, oh, it's like a video recorder. I'm watching mom, I'm watching dad, I'm watching my brothers and sisters. And what am I doing? Recording their behaviors. And I say, why? Where do you think the programs came from? If you had no one to record, the brain would have no function. It needs a program. Where do you get a program? Hypnosis, first 7 years. Observe the world, download what you just saw. Only problem is, that's called subconscious. And conscious is you, but it's not operating yet. It really kicks in as a predominant activity age 7. So the first 7 years, you were in a download state without consciousness. I go, why is that relevant? If you were conscious, you would look and say, that's a good behavior, keep this one. That's a bad behavior, don't keep this one. Oh, but you're not conscious during those 7 years. So what? You downloaded behavior, good and bad, from those people around you. Then I go, oh, okay, but those are the programs. Once I get to be age 7, I can type my wishes and desires into the machine. I say, yes, when the conscious mind is working, You are in control of, accessing the data and writing it and controlling your life. And now here comes the whole problem that, Shay, this is why we're here. And here's what the problem is all about. That is this, that the conscious mind, the creative one, with imagination, vision, wishes, desires, the conscious mind can also think. So what does that mean? When the conscious mind is creating, it's looking out your eyes like the windows of a car. You're looking at where we're going. And when the conscious mind has got the hands on the wheel of your biology, it drives you to wishes and desires. But, and here's the whole thing, conscious mind can think. So what? I go, conscious mind can observe the world by looking at it. But when conscious mind is thinking, it's not looking at the world anymore because thinking is inside. So I redirect the attention. When I am thinking, I'm no longer using conscious mind to look out at the world. When I am thinking, my conscious mind is inside, looking for an answer. Like Shay, today's recording is on Tuesday. And if I said to you, Shay, tell me what you're doing on Thursday afternoon. And the issue is, if it's not written in front of you right now, I bet you in a minute or so you can tell me, oh yeah, on Thursday afternoon I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And I go, where'd you get that? Oh, I was thinking about it. I go, oh, so you took your attention, conscious mind, instead of looking out at the world, you focused inside. That's where thinking occurs. So when you're thinking, conscious mind is not looking out, it's looking in. And I go, oh, so then conscious mind, which is driving me to wishes and desires, and this is what I want, moment is thinking, let's go of the wheel. I go, oh my God. Yeah, because if I'm thinking, I'm not looking out the windshield anymore. I'm looking inside. I go, oh yeah, but what if I am driving the car and I am thinking and I let go of the wheel, the conscious mind? I go, subconscious mind is autopilot. That's what I mean. I say, the moment I'm thinking, the subconscious mind will take over all routine chores that it knows. It knows how to walk. It learned that. It's a program. It learned how to talk. It knows how to do that. It learned how to ride a bicycle, learned how to drive a car. I go, why is it relevant? These are programs. So the moment you are thinking, the conscious mind lets go of the control, and the control is now taken over by the subconscious program. Yeah, but since about 70% of the things we downloaded as programs are disempowering or self-sabotaging or limiting programs, when we turn over the control to the autopilot subconscious, it doesn't take us to a better life. It almost always takes us to a worse life because the programs are not supporting us. We become self-critical because our parents were critical of us and they said, that's not good enough. Who do you think you are? You're not that smart. You're not that beautiful. And they didn't say that to permanently punish us, but they didn't know this. Whatever they said before age 7 was downloaded as a program without the conscious mind reviewing it. So if you grew up in a plant family and one of the parents said, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve this, and they repeated that, then you get a program that says, I do not deserve. Now, if you were conscious and your parents said, you do not deserve this, you go, oh, that's what my parents said. But then I say, but if you're unconscious and you got a program, I do not deserve, then your behavior will sabotage you so that in the end, when you look back, you go, I didn't get it. I guess I didn't deserve it. I go, yeah, because you're now living off of the program. Why? Conscious mind's thinking, subconscious autopilot with destructive behavior is now taken over. And I go, look at the world. We have been programmed to destroy this planet because we have been programmed to see that we're not part of nature, that somehow or other we're separate from nature. The Bible said that in Genesis. Oh, no. Nature was created. Then we added the humans and we gave them dominion, control of everything else. And then science comes in and says, well, that's not necessarily true. But guess what? We got here through random mutations, accidents. Then I say, then why are we here? And the answer is, hey, it was a whole bunch of accidents. So there was no purpose. I go, oh my God, again, separated from nature and science's mission statement to dominate and control nature. I go, oh my God. Somehow or other, we think we're so far above nature that we can control nature. I say, how's that working out? we're trying to control nature. I said, yeah, and guess what? In the process, we are creating our own self-destruction mass extinction.